Hello, this is the 14.2 6-week exercise program by Aaron Sparrowhawk. The first slide is the client consultation evidence, so this is the picture of me consultating the client. I also gave them a PAR-Q and a lifestyle questionnaire, just to get some general profiling on them, and the PAR-Q is simply just so we can do the exercise and make sure that everything's okay and they haven't got any medical conditions or anything like that, or anything that will stop them doing exercise. So the client profile, obviously I consultated Charles. Charles has a few problems medically. He has he coughs and has some chest pains when doing high intensity exercises, so we'll have to be mindful of that. Charles plays football regularly, and that's his dominant sport. That's what he does on a regular basis. He's almost always free except Saturdays. That's when he works during the whole day. Charles doesn't smoke or drink. This benefits us greatly, so he doesn't have to deal with any problems with his lungs due to smoking or liver due to drinking. Charles has never had any injuries and never had any surgery. He's currently healthy. He gets enough sleep and he eats enough. He isn't on any medication and hasn't been referred to a GP in over 4 years, which is brilliant. So again, that means no injuries and no medical problems. Charles is employed on, and that frees, that keeps him busy on the Saturdays. So his goals. So Charles would firstly like to improve his muscular strength in his lower body for football. He can only leg press 10 kg currently. So I believe the first week we should do a baseline test to work out where he's currently at. However, by the end of the 6 weeks, I want Charles to leg press at least 35 kgs. This is a smart goal as it's specific to Charles. It will improve his muscular strength in his quadriceps, hamstrings and calves. This target can be measured over the course of 6 weeks and progress and can be recorded each week by doing it. Charles can achieve this, can achieve the weight as it hasn't been put up massively, so it isn't too big of a gap from 10 to 35. It's also realistic for Charles because he's currently healthy, and that will help him. And it will be over the 6 weeks, so that's the time period. Secondly, Charles would like to improve his muscular endurance, simply because he can only last 70 minutes on the football pitch before he begins to fatigue in his muscles and begins to lose strength. This is bad because in a close game, and because he's a striker, he'll need to withstand pressure from defenders. My target is for Charles to last 2 hours, pure muscular endurance session at a rate of 14 RPE. This goal is smart because it's specific with Charles, and it will increase his muscular endurance. It's realistic because again he is still currently healthy, and it will obviously be over 6 weeks. So before each of my sessions, all my warm-ups will be the same, a moderate intensity of 10 RPE. Stretches will include sweeps, lunges, marches, quad pulls, and a variety of arm stretches. Also a pulse raiser will be included in this, probably a 10-minute jog, something like that, just to increase the blood flow. My cooldowns will also be the same throughout. It will be at a rate of 7 RPE. It will be dynamic as much as possible. To break down lactic acids, examples are slow high knees or even open and close the gate. A light jog at the end will also be included as this helps break down lactic acid again. So the first week is fairly light in terms of the whole program. Obviously Monday is football training. Tuesday again the warm-up will be included in this, and it will be the baseline test that we were talking about. So start at 13 kgs. You should do reps of 10 and sets of 3. I'll also include these weights and reps for calf press as well, just as another baseline test. The warm-up is to avoid the injuries again and increase the blood flow. I started at 13 kg to increase strength. I've done the higher weights but lower rep to increase muscular strength. Wednesday, rest day, just so he doesn't get injured again, or doesn't get injured and avoid injury. Thursday, even moderate intensity warm-up exercises. This will be a muscular endurance session. So exercises will include crunches, bicep curls, holding weights out, and plank. All of reps in 10 in sets of 2. Working at an RPE of 14, weight should be about 6 kgs. All of these exercises increase muscular endurance, and even isometric contractions will increase muscular endurance. Friday and Saturday he's working, so they're not really rest days because he's working, so he's busy, so we can't fit in another session here. Sunday, rest day, but maybe try a recovery technique. An example would be ice bath or a very light swim. This to stop extreme fatigue occurring and decrease his chance of injury. So that's the first week. Second week's a little bit more intense. I'm going to include an Insanity workout on the Tuesday session. For an hour and a half, I'll choose specific exercises in the Insanity that are strictly for the lower body. Warm-up will be included, but I'll warm him up a little bit higher, so obviously Insanity training is very quick and explosive, so he'll need to be warmed up more. I've also used FIT overloads increased in this, because I've increased the time of the session, so it's slowly progressing and getting higher. Obviously the intensity will go up as well, because it's Insanity training, not just weights. Wednesday's rest day again, just so the injury doesn't occur. Thursday will be a muscular endurance, but focusing on the upper body muscular endurance. So exercises include bicep curls, hammers, isometric holding of weights, and even deadlifts. All weight exercises will be in 6 kg in sets of 5, so low weight, high rep to increase muscular endurance. Warm-up again is to avoid injury. Exercise on the upper body will increase muscular endurance, as I have lowered the weights but increased repetition. So again, low weights, high reps will increase muscular endurance. Friday and Saturday he's working again, so we can't fit in any sessions. Sunday I'll independently go for a light jog of RP of 8, preparing for football training the next day. That'll just be to get his CV up and fitness ready for tomorrow's training. Week 3, Monday is football training. Tuesday, again, same warm-up. Minutes, I'll increase the leg press weights from 13 to 22 kg, so it's a bit of a jump, in reps of 10 in sets of 3. I've increased the weight kg, however I'm sticking to the high weights, low rep in order to increase the lower body muscular strength. I've also used FIT and increased the intensity due to extra weight. Rest day again, just to avoid extreme fatigue or injury. Thursday, I'll be focusing on the core muscular endurance. The exercises will include crunches, burpees, plank, side plank, and squats. The session will be for 90 minutes, so I'm actually increasing this session's time by 10 minutes every week. So the focus of the session is on the core. I've included exercises that aren't weights, however I've added many exercises which use isometric contractions, which can increase muscular endurance. I've also used overload in this, and I've increased the time frame of the session, which incorporates the time factors of FIT. Week 4, more intense each week, so football training on the Monday, as that's a regular occurrence each week. Tuesday, moderate intensity warm-up to avoid injury. This session will be different. I plan to take Charles to the sand dunes and use different techniques of running to improve his muscular strength of the lower body. Put this exercise in place as it's a change for the first 3 weeks, so hopefully tedium won't begin to set in. But also this is another way of improving lower body muscular strength. Wednesday is always rest day, so Thursday, this lower body muscular endurance session, it will be for 100 minutes. I'll do the exercises such as leg press and squats as well, with and without the medicine ball, and even floor running. The weights will be at 6 kg in sets of 5. I've increased the time frame of the session again from last week, using the principle of FIT, using the time of FIT. This session is focusing on the lower body, so in order to increase muscular strength, there I have to use low weights and high repetitions. This is specific with the goals. It's increasing as I'm slowly increasing the time frame. So you said before, the goal is to last 120 minutes, so slowly going up and up and up to get to that by the final week. Friday and Saturday work, so no exercise, and Sunday I'll work with Charles just to do some passing drills, just to get him ready for football training the next day. I put this in place as Charles only has done fitness all week, so he hasn't actually touched the football or begin to work out on his football skills. So this is just relevant just to prepare him for the next day. So week 5, Monday, football training again. which we've already previously prepared for. Tuesday, I'm going back to the leg press. I'm increasing the weights from 22 to 29 kg. Again, reps of 10 in sets of 3. Hopefully Charles will have shown a large amount of progression so far. So hopefully by this point, 20 kg should be easy for Charles to leg press. This week's leg press has progressed again, up by 7, as Charles needs to jump a fair enough gap to succeed his goal. Wednesday, rest day again. I don't want fatigue to occur, so Wednesday is constantly a rest day in between the sessions. Thursday, 100-minute spinning class. This is totally different from what we've already done. However, it does still incorporate muscular endurance. I put the spinning session firstly so Charles doesn't get bored and tedium doesn't begin, but also spinning is a great way of increasing not only CV, but lower body muscular endurance as well. Also using the overload principle again, so increasing the time frame of this from 90 minutes to 100, and at the same time the muscular endurance is still increased. Work Friday and Saturday, and then if we work Friday and Saturday again, but Saturday evening I'm going to put a 45-minute insanity training in the evening. This is so Charles can take part in extreme short burst of muscular endurance and strength, but also so tedium again doesn't set in. So we did an insanity session earlier on in the program, so I'm going to give him a last insanity training in the evening. Rest day Sunday, however, if possible, try to use a recovery technique, such as an ice bath or a light swim. This is to give the body some time to recover. If a rest day wasn't put in place, then an injury or true fatigue would occur. So that's week 5. Finally, week 6. Monday is football training. So this week we're going to really aim to make the goals possible and do the final testing to show whether the goals have been successful or not. So moderate intensity exercise for Tuesday's session. It's the final leg press session where I'm going to be making the final jump from 29 to 35 kg, which was our goal. You should do 10 reps in sets of 4 after leg press. I'll also use calf presses as another way of showing Charles's progress, because we did a baseline test with calf presses in the first week, so this will be another way of showing Charles's progression in terms of muscular strength in the lower body. Rest day Wednesday again as normal. Thursday, moderate intensity warm-up of 10 RPE to avoid injury. Pulse raise will also be included in this. This will be the final muscular endurance session. So it's going to be focusing all areas, so from upper, lower body and the core. Exercises will include crunches, bicep curls, planks, burpees, squats, floor runs, also wall sits, sit-ups, press-ups, all those sorts of things. I've made the session 2 hours because the muscular endurance goal was to last the 2-hour session, so it's relative to his football. Obviously football only lasts 90 minutes, but there's extra time and other factors that could occur in the match. I'm also using FIT and have increased this time. I've increased the time factor of this. This will be Charles' final session of the program. So Friday and Saturday he'll be working, and Sunday is a rest day. And that is the 6-week program for Charles and the first client for 14.2.